your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. All I hang around is block boys. In my pocket, that's a knot, boy. Think you hot, but you not, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, stunting.
What's up, YouTube? What's up? I am about to give you my spoiler review for Deadpool and Wolverine. This would be my second review on the channel. My first review was on the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Love that movie. If you care to go check that out, go check it out. It's on the channel. But we're here to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm gonna try to make this a thing every time I go see a movie. I'm definitely either I might make a compilation, like one video of the movies that came out so far before here, or before Spider-Man, before Deadpool and Wolverine. Or yeah, I might do it like that, or it depending on how, like, when I do it. Either it's gonna be one thing or it's gonna be individual reviews, but regardless, I'm basically be playing catch up with the movies I've seen this year. But from here on out, though, each movie I go see in the movie theater, you're gonna get a out of the theater reaction, and you're gonna get a spoiler review, or and depending on when I see it, I might do a non-spoiler review first and then spoiler review. But for now, this time you're getting a spoiler review. So yeah, I yo, this movie was crazy. Oh my god. Okay, it's like, okay, where did I even start? I feel like Deadpool has like the best intro to his movies, from the first one, from just like the after of him attacking all the goons in the SUV, and like having that slow-mo, and you have the music playing, you have the funny what would be like the credits, like the where you put like who's in the movie, and then who did the visual effects, and who's the director. But it was all like this other stuff. Then Deadpool 2, that one was more like I really like the Deadpool 2 one intro. It was more like a James Bond, like James Bond intro type of thing you would see like in Quantum Solace or Skyfall. Like I really liked how they did that one. And this one I really liked. It was him. It was him fighting. Well, fighting and killing all the TVA guys, and dancing to Bye Bye Bye. So I really enjoyed that. My only critique though is, I know it's a new director, but for this, my only issue was with the intro thing was the title stuff wasn't different. They like, it said all, I was expecting to see some like funny credits instead of the actual like who's in the movie and all that. But I don't know. That was one of the things I was disappointed about. Like, I was just like, damn, they didn't do what they did in Deadpool 1 and 2. I was like, I was waiting for this, but yeah. But I mean, if you've seen it, I was about to explain, like, if you haven't seen this movie, I'll give you what it's about. But like, you've seen the movie, you know what it's about. So like, but just to give you summarization, Deadpool's world is dying because Wolverine and Logan died in the movie Logan, so he has to go and try to find a replacement Wolverine. And that was like one of my like, I love, first of all, can we talk about how he went, and I was not expecting him to go talk to Happy, which they said, I forgot what year they said he was in when he went to go talk to Happy and at the Avengers headquarters. But I thought that was dope, because it's like, yo, He's actually talking to Happy about trying to join the Avengers, and it's like that right there is just like, yo, he's in the MCU. Like, he's talking to Happy, and like he's like so close. You see the Iron Man helmet behind him. You see Captain America's like not his shield. I think it was the design from Iron Man 2, but like it looks like Cap shield. Like, I was like, yo, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like this, like what am I seeing right now? Like, he's actually in the MCU. He gets rejected by Happy, and so what do you do after that? He goes to work, and he's a car salesman, and so I'm gonna talk about the story part, and then I'll get to like the cameos and all the cool stuff. I really found it interesting that I really love Vanessa and Wade's relationship throughout the Deadpool movies. I really feel like they should have expounded, or at least had not expounded on, but I wish they had more scenes with him and Vanessa, because in the first two movies she's important. So I felt like 3 should have been like they did good enough, but I wish it was like a little bit more Wade and Vanessa relationship. But I really enjoyed seeing like they had issues because he gave up being basically gave up being Deadpool because that's what got her killed, and so he's trying to change his ways, and I feel like he doesn't want to kill, which is who he is. So it's like a story of him struggling to find out who he is, because he's not wanting to be who he is. So Paradox recruits Deadpool into telling him, hey, we want you to join the we want you to join. He was like, you're not in the MCU, but hey, what if you join the MCU? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, but your world's gonna be destroyed. And he's just like, what? Like, nah, I'm not going for that. What? Like, what happened? Oh, Logan died, so your universe is about to cease to exist, which I found funny because it's like that's kind of what happened with Fox. Like, they put out their movies. Logan was like the last. No, because Deadpool 2 was after Logan. So basically, Deadpool 2, but basically Logan died, and it's what's causing it to die anyways, which I felt like it was a funny, how you say it, it was a funny double entendre in a sense, or foreshadowing. But I really found it cool that he showed him the screen, showed him Cap, and then Thor holding Deadpool, and he's like, why is Thor crying? Why is Thor crying? Like, I don't know. It's little stuff like that that made me excited about the like watching this film. I was like nonstop smiling and loving it. I saw the movies. By the way, I saw the movie twice in the same night. So I saw it earlier for around 6 o'clock, and then I left that theater and went to another one and saw around 8 or 9 ish. It was still a good movie. Either way, I had to see it twice. But yeah. So Deadpool escapes. Oh, by the way, I find it funny that there's a dude sitting down in one of the offices, and then he was basically the character version of what fans would be like seeing him in his new suit after he got touched he got touched weirdly and very, very suspecty by their tailor. But I like the new suit. The suit is fire. But I really like the old one also. So both suits are fire. It's just I think that like Deadpool's MCU suit is really cool. I like that he's got 2 golden katanas, and at some point gets 2 golden desert eagles later on in the film. But I fuck with it. But Deadpool escapes with the remote we see it from Loki and from the TVA, and starts going across different universes and all that to find a Wolverine to bring back and fix. Bro, when I tell you, this was one of my favorite scenes, and him just going to go find Logan, and then on top of that, they showed there was two Wolverines that was my favorite. So, but I'm gonna put them in, I'm gonna go in order, but no, fuck it. My two favorite Wolverines, the Wolverine in the brown and yellow suit, and he's fighting Hulk, and Calverine. Motherfucking Calverine, when I heard people say rumors like, oh, they're gonna put a bunch of Wolverines in there, and then they also said, oh, one of the Wolverines is gonna be in the MCU, which I don't know how true that is still, since there was only like one other person that played Wolverine. But hey, I do not mind Henry Cavill being Wolverine. He'd be a fire Wolverine. But people were making rumors like, oh, Henry Cavill's gonna be in there. Aaron Tedgerton, I think that's how you say his name. The dude from Kingsman was gonna be in there. Daniel Radcliffe was gonna be in there, or maybe Tom Hardy. And I'm like, all right, cool, that'd be fire. But like, and people were like, oh, I like Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine. I'm like, thing about Daniel Radcliffe is I don't see him like, he could get buff, but like it's still like he doesn't intimidate me as Wolverine. My picks were either Aaron Tedgerton, Henry Cavill, or Tom Hardy, but I don't know if Tom Hardy would be able to do it since he's doing Venom, but I don't know. But either way, they only put one of them in there, and it was Henry Cavill, which I was fucking surprised about. I only had one thing. The problem I only had was I had one thing spoiled for me, and that was from the trailers, and I had to do with X-23 showing up, or Laura, showing up, and I'm like, why'd y'all put this in the... First of all, I'm gonna stop watching final trailers. I'm gonna say that first. I'm gonna stop watching final trailers because they tend to put more stuff in there than they need to. But why'd y'all put Laura in there? Like, I get you were showing a serious moment, but why'd you put her in there? Like, I heard people say, oh, like, or I heard I read something that said Kevin Feige want her to go to the premiere because she was in it, and I'm like, she still could have gone. Like, she still could have gone. Like, why don't you just have her lie about it or something? Like, y'all have no problem lying when, you're making your films, or these stars are on the red carpet and being interviewed about it. But why not? Whatever. It still was just like, why'd you do that? Like, you could have left that out, and that would have been a bigger surprise also. But yeah. So I grew up on Wolverine and read some comics and all that, but I also watched the animated stuff, and watching the animated movie Hulk versus Wolverine, I'm like, yo, I need this. I need to see this like happen on screen, which I never thought would happen on screen. And I hope they still go with making a Wolverine versus Hulk movie, because that's gotta be rated R. And I would go see that. I would go see Hulk versus Wolverine, and that's that. Like they teased it, so it's just like, why would you tease it if you're not gonna do it? You gotta do it. So I still hope they do the Hulk versus Wolverine, or Wolverine versus Hulk. It's got to be Hulk versus Wolverine, but they got to do that. incorporate the comics and the animated movies together, and then boom, you got it. You could feature some of the X-Force, maybe without Deadpool because you already did Deadpool, but you could still, I don't know, you can still workshop it somehow and make it happen. But that, I was so excited. They showed Patch. They showed the future Wolverine with his hand missing, which I thought was cool also. They showed the Wolverine with him being crucified on the X, which I feel like I seen that somewhere, but it's not like something I knew about, so it was still crazy to me. I was like, what the fuck? At the beginning they showed short Wolverine, which I don't know if that's the actual size he would have looked like in the film, or like as comic accurate height. I don't know if they were exaggerating it or not, but if they're exaggerating it, then it's like I really want to see what it would actually look like with somebody close to that height. But if that's the actual height itself, like in reality, then it's like I'm cool with a tall Wolverine. I'm cool with a tall Wolverine, like. But I don't know. You would cast a Wolverine that, like, I think Aaron. I'm sorry if I messed his name up, but Aaron Tedgerton, or however you say his name, it starts with an E, right? Let's see, Taron Egerton. I said it backwards. I said Aaron. Taron Egerton. My bad. What's his height? He's 5'9". How tall is Wolverine? Wolverine is 5'3". What is Deadpool's height? It's 6'2". Yeah, nah. Why is he got to be? And look, to the dudes out there that's 5'3" or 5'4", no shot at y'all. But why? No. I'm cool with a tall Wolverine. You could have done a 5'9". You could use 5'9" Taron Egerton, but 5'3" is kind of crazy. So I see how ridiculous. Now thinking about it and reflecting on it, I'm not. That's gotta go. But anyways, to moving along. They so he finds the actual Logan, who's in a bar drunk, and he brings him back to the TVA. Not homie, but Paradox tells him, laughs at him. He's like, this Wolverine out of all the ones, like, I still wouldn't have allowed you to, like, make it work, but out of all the Wolverines, you brought this one back, the one that failed his own team. Which throughout this whole movie, they like you know, the heart and the weight of, like, the serious side, like, goes with, like, you know, Wolverine more so of his letting his team down, and they died, and he was either what they say he wasn't there, which I don't know if they're saying he wasn't there and they died, or what. That's what they're saying, but I don't know if they're going off of saying that or he actually killed them and he's not saying it. But I feel like what would have made that even more heavier if they showed some type of flashback to him, to, like, that situation, him coming back and they're all dead. Like, I feel like that would have had more weight and all that in it than them just talking about it and just emphasizing it a lot. Which I don't understand, because Deadpool 1 and 2, they did flashbacks. But this one, you're not going to do a flashback? Which I know this is a different director who directed this compared to somebody else who was the other one that Tim Miller. So Tim Miller is the one who did 1 and 2, which I get is different from Sean Levy, but I feel like y'all could have done another flashback, which could have been, well, they did, but they kind of did, but, like, I feel like you could have done another flashback for Wolverine, or had the scene where they're confronting Cassandra toward the end, to make her stop. They could have, or when she's in like in Wolverine's mind, they could have showed the flashback there. I don't know why you wouldn't have done that. I felt like you could have. Basically, you missed out. There's two things that they kind of messed up on, which was the beginning where they're showing the credits of who's in the movie and all that for the intro, and then not showing the flashback of the X-Men dying. Like I feel like you had a chance showing that, which by the way, there's some stuff in this movie that was missing from the trailer, and I know they reshot some stuff. So is there stuff they shot and left out and they're saving it for other Marvel films, aka Secret Wars and Doomsday, or did they not shoot it and it was, or they shot it to just put in the trailer to throw off people? I'm curious on what I'm curious because the dude who got snatched up by Goliath, they didn't show it in there. So I'm curious on like what other stuff they cut out also. But anyways, yeah. So I like that it was had a lot of heart in it. What else? Let's see. I don't have to go through the whole movie, so let's go with the cameos. I think the cameos will help go through through it more, which I already said Wolverine and all that. But the other big surprise. There's a lot of surprises here. This is one of them. They're in the void, and they meet up with a Chris Evans, right? But he has the hoodie on. But they show the red, white, and blue on his arms, right? And he has like, and the reason I didn't think of the Human Torch right away, because it was the red, white, and blue, which people say that should have been a sign of throwing up. But he also had cargo pants, which I'm like, okay, wait, a Human Torch wouldn't wear cargo pants. He would have like a full suit, like a full one suit or something like that, or it would look different. Why he like cargo pants is more Captain America fit. So I'm like, no way, they have a different version of Cap in here. No. And I'm with Deadpool's getting excited too, because I'm with Deadpool. I'm like, they show Cap, which I should have known. It was a throw off, but it was the pants that really got to me, because I'm like, okay, they show Cap. We hear Chris Evans. He has the red, white, and blue, but he has the cargo pants on, so it's got to be Cap. Takes it off. See the 4. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's like, oh my god, he's gonna say it. Flame on, burns off. You see him fly. I'm like, no fucking way. You got him to play the Human Torch again. I'm like, this movie just keeps getting better. Oh my god. Gets defeated by Pyro, which I'm gonna have to see a video, or somebody's gonna have to put in the comments. Is Pyro, like, I know he like controls fire and all that, but can the Human Torch get defeated that easily? I thought Human Torch had like cosmic fire. Like, I thought the Human Torch was like had like heat, like the sun. Like, I didn't think like a lighter or something like that. But if you can control fire, then you should be able to do that, right? So I don't know, that part left me confused, because I'm like, wait, can he be defeated that easily by Pyro, or or am I tripping? Like, because I remember him flipping a lighter and using a different type of fire compared to cosmic fire. So I don't know, somebody in the comments gotta let me know about that, or I'm gonna have to watch a video explaining that part. But yeah, that left me confused. I was like, what? I was like, he could be defeated that easily? But oh wait, I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping too far ahead. Yo, my other favorite scene, Deadpool Wolverine fighting. When Wolverine finds out Deadpool doesn't actually know, he basically lied and he doesn't actually know if they can send him back. Bro, that beginning there, because there's two scenes. There's two fight scenes. There was this one and then them fighting in the car, which I like that they both were. It was fucking nuts. I was like, yo, this is what I expect from a Wolverine. Like this is what I expect from Deadpool and Wolverine fighting each other. Even though I was expecting like either arms to be cut off and heads being cut off by Wolverine to Deadpool, I was expecting some of that, but like just the stabbing and all that, I was like, all right, this works. And the baby knife and them fighting like baby knife, baby knife. I was like, yo, like I know they both can't die easily, and the fact that I feel for Wolverine where he's like they're fighting and you just hear baby knife and get stabbed, baby knife, like. But yo, the fighting here was fucking gruesome. The fact, like Deadpool stabbing a whole katana through Wolverine's throat, and they're still fighting. Like this movie was everything like I was expecting and so much more. Just how awesome this was. This was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it basically passed my expectations basically, and I was like, yo, I love this. We're still gonna talk about more. I just had to say that this was like the movie. This is like movie of the year for me. Like comic book side, movie of the year, and then like I would say like another movie like the serious something else would be my like movie of the year, but like I think in general this is my movie of the year that I've been expecting and looking forward to. And I also will say this is like what I was expecting Multiverse of Madness to like kind of be like not like Doctor Strange going to the void or anything, and I'm saying he shouldn't have, but the him like that movie I was expecting to be more crazier like this than what it was. It's still a good movie. It's still a good film. Sam Raimi still did his thing. It's just I was expecting like and it's I feel like yes, it's on me for expecting a lot, but also at the same time it's on Disney for naming it Multiverse of Madness, and it's not a lot of madness. It's just like, okay, y'all went to two other places. You went to the universe that had the Illuminati, the Reed Richards, Professor X, Black Bolt, Monica Rambeau's mom as Captain Marvel, and then Captain Carter as the version of Captain America. Like that was cool. That was fire. That was everything fire. I was like, yo, this is nuts and everything. But and then you went to like a universe where Strange already dealt with the I forget what they called it, but basically when one world survives and is feeding off of the one universe survives and feeding off of another, and that one's just going like disappearing, like, and he had to fight his evil version of himself. They only showed two universes or two multiverses. They only showed two universes, and then the other stuff they just fell through a portal showing other places, and I'm like, really? This is your Multiverse of Madness? Like, you just basically just introduced us to the multiverse, and then we went to two places. You didn't. I was expecting a little bit more, like with a title on Multiverse of Madness, and then all the theories, coming out saying, oh, because I don't even feel bad for listening to theories, and I feel bad for them, because it's like you put the title Multiverse of Madness, and then you have people expecting like, oh, this person's gonna show up, or this person's gonna show up, and then it wasn't even like all that, like when it compares to that. So you get Deadpool and Wolverine. This is your Multiverse of Madness, but like a Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So I'm just like, all right, I love this, but like, how come Multiverse of Madness couldn't be like this also in a whole different way? Like, I don't know, but yeah, this is like if Marvel took the chance and did Multiverse of Madness closer like this, it would have been more fire. Like, but carrying on though, Cassandra Cain, they go to the base. You see all the X-Men villains from Azazel to Juggernaut to who else was there's other characters that's in there that I might I spotted but not remember that most. I think there was a version of Psylocke, but she had a whip, a purple or indigo whip, but it we're used to the knives, swords one. So I don't know if that was actually a different version of her or not. You saw Lady Deathstrike. So I was geeked about that. Oh, but I forgot. The Deadpool, the Wolverine and Sabretooth fight ended in one go, which I was like, that was anticlimactic. Like, that was like, I don't know. Like, I was hoping to see is it Liev Schreiber, the dude from Donovan and from X-Men Origins that played that Sabretooth. I was expecting him to be in here. That would have been like a cool one more fight between them, but either I don't think he wanted to do it again or something like that. But I was hoping to see him again. That he's such a good, he's a fire Sabretooth. So that happened. They get confronted by Cassandra Cain, which, by the way, Cassandra Cain, she might not be the most intimidating in looks, but I think she's more intimidating in power wise. And the fact that she's like Professor Xavier's like twin sister, so like that has some heft to it. I saw some stuff online where people were saying she's not intimidating, she's not, but like she's still a good. I think she's still a good villain in my opinion. I just think that I think not all villains gotta look intimidating to match their powers. I like that you would look at her and like, this is the villain, and then you see what she does and it's like, oh, wait a minute, whoa, hold on, I might be a little, cause it was so, oh my god, it was so creepy, just her putting her hands in their head, I don't know if anybody agrees with me, but let me know in the comments. Did her poking her finger in Wolverine's forehead look like she was putting her finger in a bowl? Look, I'm just saying that's what it looked like. I was just like, this it looks a little too close to her anus. Then look, don't come at me weird and say I'm weird, but it did look like she stuck her finger in this mind butthole thing, and it was just ugh. And she kept pushing it, and I'm like, ooh, you freaky woman, ooh. but even, oh my god, even when I'm gonna jump around a little bit, but even when she put her hands inside Paradox's mind, you saw it, you saw her fingers on her forehead and then popping out his eye. I was like, I see why Pyro was just like you could just ask. You know how, you could just ask. Damn, you going so quick to put your finger in somebody's head, you could have just asked, man. Whoa. And I thought it was a little. It had that Sam Raimi not scare, but that Sam Raimi weird horror, that like scary horror vibe when she goes through the portal, or when Pyro is in the portal, she like twists his head, steps out and like flings him back into the portal. Like I was just like, oh, whoa, that was like a little Wanda. That was a little Wanda Maximoff right there. But they escape. They escape from Cassandra's base. They go out, travel through the void. They end up meeting Nice Pool, which is just Ryan Reynolds with long hair with dog pool. I love that Deadpool like does not like Nice Pool. I fucking love it. Bro, the jokes with that is so fucking hilarious. Like, just like, and like I said, I'm jumping around. Like the fact that like he uses Nice Pool as a shield in the fight with all the Deadpools, and he's just getting shot, and he's just like, oh, he's just like he looks okay, but he looks fucked up at the same time because he's bleeding. He's got a bunch of holes. He's like, yeah, it's like, this is so good. And the fact that he laid him down, and he's just like, you can heal, right? And he's like, what? He's like, you can heal. He's like, no, I'm not like that. I don't have any powers. And he's just like, oh my god. Like, I know Deadpool sometimes has his like good moments and trying to do his best, but at the same time, he's so fucked up. Like he's such a jerk. He's such an asshole. Cause yeah, I know he did all that, and I feel like he knew he didn't have any healing powers, and he did that just to get just to get Dogpool and just to get the two golden deagles. So I don't know. I feel like he actually like meant to do that, but I just love that like even Wolverine, who kills, but he's still a good guy. And he has trauma and he's tormented by his past. Even him like will say that is fucked up. You basically killed that man. And they did the same. Oh, I forgot. They did the same thing with the Human Torch, where they get to the base and Deadpool's just basically, at least to us, we think he's snitching on them, or we think he's not snitching. We think he's lying on them and basically saying, yeah, he said all this fucked up shit about you and how we need to kill you and you're so fucked up, da 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 da. And this nigga's just like, no, why would what? Come on, Cassandra, why would I say that? She just does this, clothes, skin just falls off, and you just see the muscle, and it's just like, oh my god. That's one body he killed, got somebody killed, and he didn't kill them themselves. And then Nice Pool. So I'm just like, yo, that is so fucked. Like, you didn't do this in the other movies. Like, this is so fucked. Like, Deadpool, like, what are you doing? But yo, so they meet he meets Dogpool, which I felt like was just like, ugh. I felt like the dog licking his tongue thing was a little too long. I was just like, yeah, you could, okay, we get it. Can we move on? Ugh. Like I didn't need to see this again, like for this long. Let's go. Let's get it moving, right? So they get, what is it? They get the Honda minivan that he's been like dunking on the whole movie, which I'm surprised. He's just been dunking on the Honda minivan, and he drives it. Him and Logan drive off, and so they're driving. Deadpool being Deadpool, annoying him, doing the Spider-Man. No, he was like pew pew pew. No, I think it was. It was something along that, and you know, Wolverine getting annoyed, and then it reveals that, because earlier when they first fought, he's like, whoa, I can get him to get us back, right? So he lied, or as he would say, he made an educated wish. He made an educated wish. And so they get like deep into the woods, and he like basically like snitches, or he slips up saying, basically telling them, I don't know if I can get him to get us back. And then he stops the minivan, and oh my god, bro, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine was perfect, as always perfect in this movie. But the fact he broke this nigga down and said, that's probably why you can't keep a girlfriend, and matter of fact, a stripper for a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, you crossed the line. Like, to you it's a joke that he's dating a stripper, or a stripper slash, I don't think, no, she was just a stripper. He's dating a stripper, but the fact that, like, as an audience, we know that the connection between him and Vanessa, but the fact that he said that and took that as a joke, I'm like, oh, you can say a lot of fucked up things about Deadpool, but you crossed the line by mentioning his girl. And so that's when the niggas, he looked at him and he's just like, I'm gonna fight you. Nigga laughed in his face like, what? Bah! Blood. Blood. And then that's when it started getting on. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Kicking the nigga out the sunroof, falling back down, them stabbing each other, shooting each other. It was the most aggressive Wolverine, like, I've seen, like, since Logan. And like, this is like a version of Wolverine that's not Old Man Logan, and it's not the Fox version of Logan. Because I've seen people been like, oh, why they ruin, oh, I forgot about this, I keep forgetting, like, I seen the movie but I keep forgetting certain parts. Also, with the opening scene, Deadpool is digging Logan's body, like, out of his grave, and he's just adamantium bones and, like, a beard and hair, and, like, facial hair and hair. And so TVA finds him, and then he just uses Wolverine's parts to kill all of them, which in the trailer, which I don't know if it was done purposely or not, but I thought he was using branches, like tree branches. And I'm like, how is a tree branch doing all this damage against, like, metal armor? Like, how is it able to, like, and to find out, oh, it's not tree branches, it's Logan's bones. Like, okay, all right. But people were saying that Deadpool basically, like, they basically, like, how you say, disrespected or ruined Logan, which I don't think they did, because one, they didn't bring the character back because he's dead. Two, I don't know if you realize you're watching a Deadpool movie, and if you read, and I hate to be that guy that says if you read the comics, but if you read the comics, just on a basis level of how Deadpool works in the comics, everything is a joke to him. So why would you expect, yes, you take Logan seriously, and I love Logan the film, and I don't want nobody to touch it, but why, how would you do a Deadpool and Wolverine film, and you as a person love Logan and want them to do a Deadpool and Wolverine film? How do you expect them to use Wolverine? You gotta address, oh, this Logan's dead. Like, come on now. Like, you have to address that. Like, okay, Logan's dead. So how do we go find a Logan that can help him? you find a version of him that didn't die, like, and it's a whole different version from the X-Men movies and from Logan. Like, it's a whole different one, a one where the X-Men die and he's the only one left. Like, come on now, like do you want, like, how you gonna, like, how you gonna say they ruined it? They didn't bring Logan back. He's dead. And what Deadpool's gonna do is he's gonna take things as a joke, like he does, and he's gonna use the body to kill enemies that show up to come find him. Plain and simple. Like, I don't know. Like, I do people forget this is comic book movies? Like it's not like it ruins the story of Logan. It's not like they brought him back or anything. Like, I don't know what you like. I don't know what you want. But yeah, I saw people complaining about that. I'm like, how are they ruining Logan? Like, it's Deadpool. He made references of Logan dying in the second film, and then he made jokes in the first. There's a whole action figure of him from X-Men Origins in the first one. Like what are we talking about? He went back in time, killed his version. Like, I don't know. But anyways, moving along, they get done killing each other. and one of my other favorite scenes is him showing the aftermath of Deadpool being, like, tied up with a bunch of seatbelts and he can't move, and Logan is knocked out from all the shooting each other and trying to stab and kill each other. So they take along, they get to a base, and you see, like, Wanda's, like, statue from Multiverse of Madness, when she was at that thing trying to get her kids back from different, at the end of the movie. You see the skull bed from Thor Ragnarok that Hulk was laying in. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and all that in there. And they're trying to figure out how they got here and all that, and then boom, that's when they walk in. Elektra. I was like, yo, what? They got Elektra in here? They got her back as Elektra? Okay, bet. Then Blade walks in. I'm telling you, bro, there's my theater, people who cheered for when Cavill showed up. They cheered when Blade showed up, and then the next person that popped up after Blade, Gambit. Channing Tatum's Gambit. Channing Tatum's I keep saying you want to say Batman. Channing Tatum's Gambit, bro, shows up. I heard, like, a couple years ago that he wanted to play Gambit but never got his movie, which I was like, what? I've never heard, like, during that time, I've never heard of, like, a Gambit movie with him supposedly, like, I never heard the rumors about it until, like, later on. And then this movie comes out and he's Gambit in here. I'm like, yo, what? I'm not gonna lie. He put on a good Cajun accent, but, like, I felt like it was a little too heavy, where it was obviously he was, like, some of it was like him, like, joking around, but also it was just like it was too thick for, like, to understand what he was saying. But, like, he put on a good Cajun accent, so I was just like, all right, bet. I see it. And, like, his action scenes and all that was dope as fuck. So I'm glad he got to play Gambit. And I'm not gonna lie, I would be interested to, like, I would need to know, like, what the story would be for him to be in the solo Gambit movie. But I wouldn't mind for him to be in a Gambit movie. But I've been seeing online people saying Blade should do an Old Man Blade movie, which I would love. I would love an Old Man Blade movie. Old Man Blade would be fire as fuck. Like, if you can do Logan, which is basically a different adaptation, but, like, basically almost on similar level of Old Man Logan, Which that was the other cameo. The other thing, Old Man Logan, when they were trying to go find all the when Deadpool's trying to find all the Wolverine, Old Man Logan singing in the chair was in there too. So I was like, oh shit. So, but I would love an Old Man Blade film. That I feel like that would be fire as fuck. And then of course Laura X-23 shows up also, and you got your whole team: Wolverine, Deadpool, Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and X-23, aka Laura aka X-23. And I feel like that's a solid team. That is a solid team. Like it's a lot of fighters and stabbies and all that, but or if you give them a gun, a good shooter, but that's not a bad team. That's not a bad team. I feel like that's a solid team. That's not like that. That's like, in my opinion, it's like a good close version. Like it's a different version, but like a close version of Midnight Suns. So that kind of gave me that vibe of just seeing who was on the team. Like you like, okay, I see a little Midnight Suns on here. Not saying this is the official Midnight Suns, but I see the potential of it, or the like a sub version of it. I think that's a perfect way of saying that, which was dope as fuck. We see X-23 giving Wolverine the pep talk, and letting him know like you weren't always, like he's saying like I'm not the right guy, and then she's like you were always not the right guy until it was time for him to be the right guy. So they get in the minivan. I love they all get in a minivan to go fight. Get in the minivan, pull up on Cassandra Cain, and then they get the scrapping. That was my other. It was a lot of good moments in here. That was my favorite scene. Also, just seeing them getting to have their moments and like action scenes, and have that like pose in front of the minivan. Like it was perfect. And the fact I love that like they like, even though we knew Wolverine was gonna help them fight Cassandra Cain and all those X-Men villains, but I really love the whole, they're not sure if he's gonna show up, and he was in the back of the minivan and he gets out, and then it's like, okay, the team's perfect, let's go. So they go get the plan to put Juggernaut's helmet on top of Cassandra's head, because she's a telepath, and telepaths can't go through Magneto's helmet and Juggernaut's helmet. So I love that they got that done, and I just love that I love this scene also because Wolverine being around Charles, and Charles Xavier being like a good influence on him. Like at the end of the day, Charles still helped in some way or fashion of him having I don't want to say pity, but having you can say pity, but having some type of like empathy towards Cassandra, and telling him like, take the helmet off, and he's like, are you sure? Like, she gonna kill us. She gets him to take it off, and like basically lets her know like, it was because your brother this way, and not like putting all 6 claws into your body, like he made me a changed man and all that. So I was just like, that's dope as fuck. I love that they still, like, you still felt the heart of Xavier and his influence on Wolverine or on Logan. So I love that. I also forgot to mention, when they first met up with Cassandra Cain went into Deadpool's head also, poking out his eye and all that, but showing them flashbacks of like why Vanessa isn't with Wade anymore, and showing the fucked up thing of like of I forget what it was. It was some along the lines of like, you're worthless, you're never gonna be anything. And he's like, she didn't say that. And he's like, and she's like, I know, but that's probably what she was thinking. And I was like, you are evil. Oh my god. Like, I love that she was still evil all the way throughout the thing. Like, even though, you know, Wolverine showed her some heart, she still went to go do an evil task at the end of the day, which I really appreciate, because I'm tired of these villains where it's like, yeah, it's cool to understand them, but can we get a villain where they're all a villain all the way through, and they're not, hey, let me give you the speech and you change your ways, or some type of fashion they've been doing of like also having us understand, you know, oh, the heroes is the one that fucked it up. And even though Cassandra Cain's whole thing is Professor X killed her in the womb, but like, I still don't like what they've been doing with these Marvel villains in the MCU, where it's always like, oh, we gotta understand their side, and then you end up rooting for them. And it's like, can we get a villain for them being a villain? Like I get the whole, oh, you know, sometimes the heroes are the villains and the villains are the heroes, but you know, we gotta do it where the heroes win and all that. I get that. But can we just get a villain for them being a true villain, and like heroes being like, oh, they're evil, they're trying to destroy the world, let's stop them. Like, can we? And it's all the way through. They're not switching it up. They're all the way through of, I'm trying to get this done. I don't care what you like. I don't know. Like Ultron. I feel like Ultron and Ultron, Hela, and Thanos are the only ones that like actually like try to get stuff done, and they just got defeated. Like, those are examples of like villains. But the other one, and I would say even maybe Red Skull also, but everybody else is just like, oh, change their mind, or I don't know, or I guess you could say Loki too, because Loki lost also. But I don't know, it's just a feeling of like, oh, you gotta understand their side, you gotta understand the villain side, and you end up rooting for the villains a little bit over the heroes. And it's just like I don't know, but and then you can say higher evolutionary also. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it's still, I don't know, it's still like, I still just want more villains because they're villains and not some, I don't know, but anyways, they jump through the portal, and land back to Wade's world, and they see that Cassandra is stepping through also, and she basically flings them back into the stores, and she goes and confronts Paradox for trying to send Pyro to go kill her. And so and that's the scene where she flings Pyro back after snapping his head, and then oh my god, this is another crazy scene. She's basically, that's the scene, all same scene where she's like sifting through his mind and all that. And so she basically does this thing where her hand is like this, but in his head, and her fingers is his mind, and like it basically grips the top of his head like this, and basically carries them side. And I'm like, oh my god. But also I forgot to mention the fact that Paradox whole thing is, he's not an actual, his TVA sector is basically like in the dark, in the sense of like the main TVA don't know what he's doing, so he's been doing his own thing. And so his whole thing is he's trying to clean up all this. He's trying to do in this one suite where they were talking about where they would send TVA agents out to go prune stuff individually, but they stopped doing that because, you know, at the end of Loki 2, they decided to switch it up in a different way. So he's like, you know what? Instead of trying to doing all that, we're just gonna nuke this whole timeline, right? So they build a device that's supposed to like work like in Loki season 2, where the whole place starts to spaghettify, and so Cassandra finds out about this stuff, makes him turn it on, then goes down there and starts, trying to, instead of clearing this timeline, she's trying to clear all the timelines. So Deadpool Wolverine is about to go fight him, about to go stop her, but before they can even get to the tunnel or where the machine is, she has a bunch of Deadpools come out to go. Oh no! First, Nicepool comes out and it's like, the Deadpool Corps is trying to is coming to stop you, and I try to stop them, but them being the guys, they're not gonna listen. So Deadpool Corps comes out. You got Lady Deadpool, that Blake Lively is playing. Then you got Kidpool, which is apparently his daughter is playing, which I read something, which I was, what's his name, the dude who plays Percy Jackson, why he wasn't playing Kidpool, and Sean Levy said that he was too old and he was already like puberty already hit basically, so he can't play Kidpool. So I was like damn, that sucks. But I was like, all right, cool, you got, you basically got the family in there. You got Baby Pool, which even though it's CGI, you could say it's their kid, their actual baby that they have. But you had a whole bunch of Deadpool, different versions of Deadpools and all that. And the dude who plays Percy Jackson could play Teen Pool. Like, I know Teen Pool is probably not in the in the comics, but you could do Teen Pool, and then he could have been a teen. He could have been in there. But I just wanted to see him with the 2 lightsabers. You could say this Teen Pool had the 2 lightsabers. Boom. But they all start firing at him. Wolverine's taking cover, and so he uses them as a shield to get to Wolverine, and they find out he can't heal. He's like, I gotta go over there. Picks him up, gets shot all the way back. He's still getting shot. Puts him down. He dies. He's like, oh my god, you killed him. Another funny thing. Wolverine walking over. Oh my god, he's just like. So Deadpool uses Nicepool to get killed, or use him as a shield to get to the hot dog stand. Wolverine just picks up Dogpool, and they're like, wait, he has the dog, and he's just like, yeah, you're not gonna shoot me with this dog. Walks over to him. Deadpool takes the 2 Golden Desert Eagle, and he's just like, let's do this. So that's where you get the I think that's where they play "Life Is a Dream," the Madonna song, "Life Is a Dream." Like, so they started playing that, and I thought there couldn't be no more surprises. It's like you got a bunch of Deadpools. You got Henry Cavill as a Wolverine. You show a different Wolverine variants. You got Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade, Jennifer Gardner's Elektra, X-23, Channing Tatum's Gambit. You got a bunch of X-Men villains. What else? You got Dogpool. And it's just like, what else could there be? What else could you do to top this? As the music playing, you see Hugh Jackman go back. And I'm like, what is he doing? And then you just see him put it over. You see him put on the cowl over his head. I'm like, oh. And that's when my theater was actually cheering more too. And he puts it on. I'm like, oh my god, no way. And it looked like, I know some people thought it's gonna look dumb, and I was worried. I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't look dumb. It looks so good. It looks exactly from the artwork they did. And he's got the white eyes on the cowl. I'm like, oh my god, no way. And so they get to work, which I feel like it was perfect. If you're gonna have them do a full fight montage against somebody else, and you want to get a bunch of blood and all that, and it's not somebody that's gonna be a major character or a villain and all that, who do you do this scene where Deadpool and Wolverine fight together? You use them to fight other Deadpools, which makes it so smart, because you can show more blood and more fighting, and it won't be a huge consequence to that. So the fact that they're fighting, you see all this blood, it gets this whole fight scene is so dope. And it's like it's like that hallway shot, the one take shot of like the hallway they did with Daredevil, except it's on the street and outside. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. And so they fight all the way to a bus. They jump out, which I thought the CGI for when they bust out of the back of the bus could have been better. That's my other. There's only like 3 critiques, and that's my third critique on that. Also, just the CGI on that one could have been a little better. But they pop out, and then all the Deadpools raises up. I'm like, oh my god, bro! I was like, did they forget they're fighting Deadpools? Did they think it was just they're like nice pool and they all stay down? And so they're all about to get ready to fight him back. Then Peter shows up. Which, by the way, I love Peter, but why we haven't seen Bob yet? And people who don't know, who are watching this from my friends, close homies, or acquaintances that I've met in my life, or anybody new that's getting to know me, hi, hello. If you don't know who Bob is, and you don't read comics or you don't read Deadpool comics, Bob is somebody who works for AIM, and I think he didn't work for Hydra, but he worked for AIM. AIM is a company, a tech company, or a tech company, kind of like how Stark's company is, but it's like more on the villainous side, and like and especially you play the Avengers. If you play the Avengers game on the PlayStation, then you know who AIM is. But he's basically an AIM agent, or agent. You can call him agent or soldier, and he basically hangs around Deadpool, and he's like Deadpool's friend. I think the dude from the first Deadpool is supposed to be him, but I don't know. But yeah. The dude from the first Deadpool is Bob. So that that's Bob's friend. Like, and I'm not saying we can't have Peter also. I'm cool. I like Peter. And I'm happy like they emphasize Peter a little more in here, but it's just like, where's Bob at? I was looking forward to Bob either in this one or Deadpool 2, and it never happened yet. So I'm like, where's Bob? Where's these chimichangas that he loves? Like, where's this stuff at? But Peter shows up in Deadpool's old outfit that barely fits him, and they're like, Peter, and they all basically like celebrate and praise Peter, and they're like, Peter, what? He's like, yeah, Peter is basically he's like in every universe. Like, there's a Peter for Deadpool. So it's just like, oh, okay, all right, shit, hey, Deadpool Wolverine's like, all right, cool, we're just gonna step over here and go stop the bad guy. Y'all go ahead, keep celebrating Peter. So goes down there, finds out the only way to stop it is like they go in the room and basically shut the like power core, and so like it won't work because only one person can go down there to do it, and they won't survive. So they go down there. Deadpool tricks. They basically have a nice moment of like Wolverine's finally like at some point, like it's starting to get like starting to like Deadpool at some point. Like, all right, he's not that bad. Like, I mean, he has a lot of moments, but he's not that bad. Deadpool tricks Wolverine. He walks in there. Wolverine is banging on the door to let him. It was supposed to be him and not Deadpool. I'm over here thinking like, at first I'm thinking like, damn, this Wolverine's gonna die again. Then Deadpool tricks him, and I'm like, oh no, they're gonna kill Deadpool. He's been saying he's Marvel Jesus and all. They're gonna kill him. Goes in there, tries to get to the other. He stabs one, pulls out the cord in the core. Tries to walk to the other one. Wolverine shows up, like, and it's like this. The music, the choir that's singing the song, and them doing this action shot it was so epic. Like, it was so epic. Like, the energy surging through them was so powerful that it burst Wolverine's shirt. His cowl's still on, pants still on, but it burst his shirt. You see his abs and all that, because I think he was making a joke that, like, oh yeah, he's fat and all that. See, the scene is epic. I'm like, yo, the music fits this part. It's so perfect. I'm like, this is perfect. And then it's like, it's one of those scenes that, like, how, you can't be jealous or mad. Like, everybody's looking at Hugh Jackman's abs, from the guys to the women. Like, everybody's like, yo, this Hugh Jackman still got it. Yo, okay, he's still Hugh Jackman. Pause. I'm talking about his muscles, not anything else. But yeah, so they say today B23 is her name, right? Is it B23? B15. Okay. So B15 finds out. She gets down there. Paradox is like lying to her and saying like, nah, like, yeah, so like, yeah, we sent my best guys down there because it was going off the scales. We tried to stop it. They sacrificed themselves. Deadpool Wolverine walks out. He's like, shit, fuck, thinking they died. So she doesn't find out what actually happened. He gets in trouble. Oh yeah, I think Cassandra Cain, like basically shriveled off, or basically like she died in a way of like she shriveled away or turned to some astral dust or whatnot. And yeah, they go home. What's it called? Blind out. They basically have like dinner together, or they have lunch together, on some like Avengers, at the end of Avengers type of thing. After saving the day, they go back to his apartment. He meets Blind Al, and they have like a celebration, or like just a family dinner. You know, you got Colossus, you got Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, you got Kimmy, you got Wolverine and X-23, Deadpool and Vanessa, Peter, that I forgot the dude's name who was part of the X-Force thing. Shatterstar was there, and Blind Owl. So they're all having dinner. It's a nice happy ending. You got the cowl, you got Deadpool's mask, Wolverine's cowl on the table. Dope shot. Also, I love, you know, even though they showed it in the trailer a lot, I love the birthday scene where, you know, he gets surprised. He's like, oh yeah, I'm glad I'm not working my old job, because y'all would have got shot already. So I love that. I love, you know, seeing the birthday scene of seeing like Deadpool like trying to make small talk and all this other conversation, and he's just like, you see that he's just like, he's not miserable for the party, but like he's miserable in life because he's not being who he is and doing what he usually does. But I like how at the end you see him happy, Vanessa and him and starting to like grow back together. He found his purpose. And yeah, it was a cool movie. Oh, and the end credit scene was just him showing like, whoa. Now y'all blame. I know I'm being blamed for the Human Torch dying, but this is footage of him actually saying what he said, and he showed it, and I'm like, damn. And it reminded me. I forgot. This is the Human Torch. The Human Torch is kind of a douche or an asshole. Like he's not this is the difference between Captain America and the Human Torch. Captain America has values. He's the person everybody in the MCU respects, if not fears. And you just see the Human Torch, and I'm like, damn, I forgot he's an asshole. I forgot he's not to say Johnny doesn't care, but it's funny that you're being reminded of, like, oh yeah, this dude's not he's not Captain America. So you see that happen, and then it's just like, oh, okay, so maybe he did say it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. From out of all the stuff, from the 3 critiques of the beginning intro, where the logo stuff isn't like the same from the first 2, where they actually put the name of the producers and all that. I'm like, oh, like, okay. That to not showing the flashback of them actually dying, the X-Men actually dying, and you see seeing the what's it called, flashback seeing the X-Men dying and all that, and X-Men and Wolverine being at fault. And the third thing would be the CGI toward the end when they burst out of the back of the bus, which is cool, but like you could tell it's CGI, and you're like, So those are my 3 issues with it. And then I don't even count this as a critique. It's more like a want. I want a little more people in there. I gave it a 1 hour and 1 hour or some movie. It was still cool. I was hoping we get like 2 hours. Wait, was it close to 2 hours? Was it was it a run? Was it? Oh, it was a 2 hour. 2 hour and 7. I wish we got a couple more minutes, like where you could have put in. That's where you could have put in. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes, so you could have put in like 10-minute more for the flashback, and then you could put like, so that would have been like, what, that was 17, so you could put in another 10, so you could have done like 2 hour 20, 2 hour 30, like 10 for the flashback, and then either the other 20 or the other 10 minutes of having more people in there. But that probably would have ate up the budget even more, so I don't know. But I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, this is my like movie of the year. I give this a 9 points. I'll give this a 9.10, 9.20. Like it's a A. It's like A minus A. It's not an A plus. I feel like they could have. There's, like I said, there's stuff in there. It's not a fully perfect movie, but it could have had, they could have added the X-Men being killed in the flashback to make it have it a little more heft to it. It really been in 4. The Vanessa, more Wade and Vanessa together. So yeah, you could have had a little more heart in here with like Vanessa and Wade having, showing a little more interaction with them, and seeing Wolverine's flashback of X-Men dying. So you could have definitely did a little more with that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's still a good grade. A minus to A. 9.7. It is either a high, like it's a low 9 or to a high 8. So like a 8. It's not a B. It's not a B plus. It's an A minus to A to me. But yeah, this movie was really good. I was hoping to see Mobius in here, but I don't know if they're saving him. I don't know if they're saving Owen Wilson for Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars. Same thing with the X-Men. Like I think they're saving Halle Berry, Storm, Cyclops, and all of them for Doomsday or I was gonna say Endgame and Secret Wars. Yeah. Yeah, man, this was a really solid film. I don't think this is gonna save Marvel. I'll say this. I don't think this film alone is gonna save Marvel. I think with the next films coming out has to like do really good to even say Marvel's is saved and all that. But from the trailers of Captain America of the Brave New World, I think that's gonna do really good. Just from the tone and all that from the teaser trailer to I think Fantastic Four is gonna do really good. And I don't know about Thunderbolts. I will have to see a teaser trailer to see if it's gonna do good. But for right now, I think Captain America is gonna do good, and Fantastic Four has to do good. So I think that's gonna do good. But I don't know about Thunderbolts. So we'll see. But this is a great start for Marvel for putting out good films. So this is a perfect start. And I hope this movie sets the standard of having better quality and using fan service in the sense of story-wise, not just hey, we're going to do it just because. Like, I like that all these cameos aren't cameos. They're more like supporting roles. But I love that they fit the film and it's not just hey, we're just going to do this just to do this. But yeah, this film is everything I was expecting and much more. I can't wait to see this movie again. Either I see this again in theaters or I see it online. Either way, I can't wait to watch this movie again. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure if I'm not missing anything. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I think I covered the majority of it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all thought about the movie, what your rating is, what you think could have been better, or you think they did a great job. If there's any theories, I'm curious to see. Even though this movie doesn't set anything up, I'm curious to see like not the continuation of this, but I'm curious to see what parts they're gonna use in this to like, fit in the rest of the storyline of this phase. I want them to do a Deadpool and I want them to do a Wolverine and a Hulk film, or Hulk versus Wolverine film, and I want them to do a Deadpool and Spider-Man film. Because if you can do Deadpool and Wolverine, I feel like you can do Deadpool and Spider-Man. You can make it a main Spider-Man story, do it a PG-13, and then make Hulk versus Wolverine rated R. I feel like that would be some solid films for them to put out, and then boom. I don't know. I feel like they could do that. And since you already did a rated R film, Blade's supposed to be rated R, so boom, you already have that. Like, there's stuff you could do. Like, because PG-13, kids are going to want to see Spider-Man. So that's without doubt. But Wolverine and Hulk, that's a rated R film. That's something, teenagers and adults, not to say kids don't want to see that, but they got to wait till they grow up to see it. Just like with this. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Let me know what was your favorite cameo. If you loved this film, if you thought it was mid, if you hated it, let me know in the comments, and give me a reason why. Don't just say like, I hated this. I thought this was ass. Okay, why? Why did you think it was ass? and why you thought it was mid. Don't say it was just mid. Same thing with you liked it. What's some stuff you liked about it? What you thought it could have been better? What's your favorite cameos? What was your favorite scene? What was your favorite fight scene? Let me know in the comments, man. Let me know. I want to do more movie reviews because I love watching movies. I love going to the movie theater and watching movies. And I was supposed to start my movie reviews, even though I already did start with like the Spider-Verse film. I want to do more. I was supposed to start with whatever was the first movie that came out this year. I'm trying to run it down in my head. I think I was supposed to do it with Dune. I was supposed to do it with Dune Part 2. So I'm still gonna do my reviews for those, for like Dune, for Monkey Man, Ghostbusters, Godzilla and Kong, Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm still gonna do those. I just gotta like play catch up, but for sure gonna do those movies, or at least some of the movies I saw this year, if not all. But I want to try to do all. Fall Guy, I gotta do more stuff with those. But I will have them out by the end of this year. Even if those movies are gonna be in a collective one video review, I'm still gonna still do that. And for the rest of the movies I see this year after Deadpool and Wolverine, like Aliens or like Alien Romulus, and other movies, I gotta find when I'm gonna see Trap. But even with Trap and all that, movies going forward, I'm gonna do reviews and make sure to have them out so you can have out of theater reaction, spoiler. So yeah, man. So hit that like button. Let me know in the comments if I should do more review videos. I'm still gonna do more review videos, but let me know if you want to see more. Hit the like button if you like the content and help like people see my video and it get put out into the algorithm, all that. Subscribe if you've been fucking with the channel, man. There's a lot of y'all that have been watching the videos and all that, but I need y'all to subscribe also. Subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell to stay notified when I post on the channel, man. So you can be the first in here, first to watch it, first to comment and all that. And yeah, man. I really enjoy this movie, man. I really enjoy this movie. I think my favorite out of everything. I know people, some people's was Blade, some people was X-23, some people was finally seeing the cowl on Wolverine, which I loved. But my favorite, and some people say Henry Cavill's showing up as Calverine, but my favorite scene is the brown suit, bro. The brown suit got it. I've seen the brown yellow suit in a lot of covers, and I love Hulk versus Wolverine. I love they made a nod to it, so I really hope they do something with that. So that's my favorite scene. I'm in it right there. Hope y'all have a good day, night, morning, whenever you're seeing this. And yeah, man, until next time, deuces.